What is going on, everybody? Depraved here with Pound. This is the Pound / Marvel Media Podcast.
Hi, guys.
Episode 24.
Oh, man, I lost count. I can't count 24.
24 episodes.
Holy shit. We did so many of these.
Moving right along.
We went through the snow, and now we're in the heat. Literally. Oh, my God. It's hot as hell. But we get through it.
It feels good up here.
Yeah, no, I say feel good. I'm saying outside it's more 89 degrees, but, you know.
Yeah, so this is the 24th episode. And last week we drew the wonderful Guardians of the Galaxy from 2014.
He can be sarcastic all he wants, but I'll take that sarcasm and I will keep it in my heart that he is awesome. He's wonderful, awesome, extravagant. I can keep going, but I'm not because he wants to get the story going.
We'll see.
It was spectacular. Excelsior, all of it. Bring it all in.
So anyways.
Family. All I know is family. Dom Tourette. Let me stop.
As always, we will start with the news.
Oh, yeah.
Pound, hit us with some news.
Man, first off, we got some news. Jared Nico Wolf guy, you get a pound.
Jedi.
Jedi Nico Wolf God, because he wanted me to say give him a pound in his live stream because he watches us. I'm like, you're awesome. You get a pound. Pound it. All right. Now we're going to the news.
If you would like to be a co-host on this podcast, I'm taking applications.
Nico just I read. You think I didn't forget? You think I didn't forget Nico? I did not forget. He'll come back and put a comment like, this guy's awesome. I'm like, thank you. You're like the only one that cares. This guy don't look at me.
News.
All right. We're just going to kick it off with this. Marvel Studios is currently not developing any content from Hulu. Fans are, of course, like good old fans like they always are. They're kind of outraged because they want like more content, but like more stuff. When we talk about this too, like they want stuff on Hulu. Since Hulu is a bundle with Disney, and they're like, okay, maybe we might get something, and then that means the script, even the hit script content said, given Marvel's place in Disney's ecosystem, that means that's a no. They're trying. He's trying not to say it like
no. Keep reading.
The ecosystem. It seems like it's an incredibly robust avenue for future projects.
What he's saying is there's a lot of room for future projects.
I mean, a lot of room for future projects, but as of not right now though, because right now we're still.
So here's the thing.
But fans are like, we need it now. Like they want it now. Like screw everything else. They want like the Runaways and all that. They want all that connection again.
Yeah, they're never going to get those connections.
Right, because it's never going to happen again. And that's it.
As far as my opinions go, like we'll eventually get more Hulu stuff because there's another animated show they're working on.
Right.
They were working on like 4 that were going to tie into one big one, and then 3 of them got canceled. Or they were working on 4 more, other than MODOK, which we had already covered.
Right.
But 3 of them got canceled, which were 2 of the other individual hero shows, and they were, like I said, they were going to do the collab one that they ended up canceling as well. So we're getting this one. We're getting the evil monkey dude.
Yeah, the monkey with the
giant wang.
The giant wang. I was gonna tell you about that. Yeah, like I was shocked that they're actually gonna. I can see that.
We're getting that show, and I'm sure they'll eventually. So I'm sure they'll eventually get to developing shows that are only going to be on both Hulu and Disney Plus Star.
Yeah, Star. Yep.
We don't get Star over here.
No, we do not.
Other countries do, which is fine. It's whatever.
I would like to have that though.
But I'm sure they will. They eventually will, because they're going to be more hard edge shows that they're going to want to do.
Right.
I'm sure we'll eventually see more stuff more closely related to like the old Netflix shows start showing up.
Which that's fine. I mean,
probably not in the immediate time. We're probably looking 2-3 years out.
Oh, I was gonna say 5. Okay, you think 2 or 3 years? I was thinking more like 5.
I mean, Disney owns Hulu, dude. They'll eventually start capitalizing on it.
Oh yeah, well, eventually. Just right now, we're still trying to push out movies.
Because here's the thing, they've got stuff planned that we don't even know yet.
Well, yeah, Kevin Feige said he got like what he said 20 things in production, but we don't know what those 20 things are. We just need to know they're in production right now, so that could be literally anywhere.
We know what like 17 of them are.
Yeah, at least that's right. At least 17, at least. And the other 3, we're like, oh, we're just gonna throw them out there and see what happens.
Right. So yeah, we'll eventually get some Hulu stuff. I just need people to be patient and stop rushing things, because when you rush things, that's when you start getting bad product. Just let things happen.
Let it flow. All right. The next thing, What If will not feature the TVA reveals head writer the Ash Bradley, who wanted to leave the multiverse rule building and all that to Loki team and the Doctor Strange team. Basically saying that, look, they never got a call. Like, because basically people are asking them, like, have you got any calls? Are you saying it's TVA? Says, what if there's a multiverse? And, they were trying to compare, like, the ending of it where the branches branch out and try to say, well, are you guys still going to bring the TVA? We're going to see multiverse of TVA. And the head writer, or not the head writer, but the MCU writer explained saying that no, that we never got no call from it. So TVA may not even be in the What If series. So,
right.
Which is fine. I'm cool with that. I would like to, but I don't really care.
And again, I think this is just more people wanting even more things to connect than are necessary.
Right.
So here's what we know. We do know that in all technicality's sake, What If takes place in the MCU.
Right.
But it's other branched worlds and other things that happen.
Right.
There's a reason it's also after Loki. We can pretty much guarantee that this stuff is happening in other universes after Loki's ending had happened.
Right.
One of the things I have already heard is they are already thinking about the possibility of bringing some of these characters into the actual MCU.
Yeah, like Captain Britain.
I've heard rumors of like Captain Britain.
Captain Britain said she was going to make a guest star.
I don't know if it was jokingly, but there was like a small rumor that Zombie Hunter Spider-Man might show up.
Man, I'm cool with that.
Which it's whatever. I don't think it will because it's Spider-Man, and if Sony says no, Sony says no.
Because unfortunately,
life moves on.
Sony they still hold that grass, even though Kevin Feige's like, please. Right. Sony's like, no. I'm like, bro.
I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about What If towards the end of the entire podcast, because obviously that's what's coming up next. Right. It starts next week.
Yes,
or
sir.
Technically this week, as of you guys watching this. Because this won't be out till Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, it's
13 episodes, right?
13. It's 13 weeks, 13 episodes. Each episode is going to be its own story.
Right.
I could see them maybe having some sort of weird tie-in at the very end.
Yeah, it has to be like the last episode, really. Yeah.
But I still don't really know if they're even going to do that. They might just be 13 straight up individual episodes of all of their own little stories.
And you can make multiple seasons out of this too.
They're going to.
Way. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know if they were. Okay. Guys, like
they've already guaranteed 2 seasons at the very least of this.
Oh, okay.
This was the first thing that actually got greenlit.
Okay. Damn. All right. Cool. I mean, well,
for a second season.
Right. Well, for a second. Okay. Cool. Because it looks like, dude, you could just break this out anywhere, bro. Like Vegas.
Right. It's honestly. It's more of a vehicle just to drive additional storytelling. Which is cool.
Fun. This is going to look like it's going to be an interesting thing altogether.
If you've ever read any of the What If comics, this is a normal thing.
Right. See, I never read it, so I'm just like going here like, let's go.
One day, whenever you decide to actually read through the entire Ultimate Universe and not just Spider-Man.
It's just skip through some shit.
Maybe check out What If. Some of them are actually pretty good.
Okay. Because I heard about the zombie ones, which I would like.
There will be a zombie episode, which will be pretty cool.
Which I would like to really, really like read that because zombies come now. I like zombies, right. Especially zombie cap and all that. Cool. The next thing we got, Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn has expressed interest in developing a spin-off series focused on the Ravagers. So my question to you: would you mind seeing the Ravagers have their own little, Yondu and all of them have their own little spin-off?
Would I watch it? Yes.
Right.
I mean, we got a podcast based on Marvel shows.
I mean, right.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool, but...
Do I want it? No.
No.
I don't care.
I mean, it is what it is.
Because here's the problem.
It has nothing to do with the story.
Their biggest main person's dead.
Yeah, Yondu's gone. So this is like a...
And
Peter
what?
Quill
We're going to
being a little child.
We're going to get a TV show with Sylvester Stallone. Hard pass on that.
Because it seemed like what I was reading in the article, it seemed like they're going to try to. He wants to try to bring in Sylvester Stallone's first Guardians of the Galaxy team in here.
The only reason this would work, in my opinion, is if they did the building of the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
But the way they've built this MCU story, there was never a Guardians of the Galaxy before Peter Quill and his group. Right? So then all of a sudden you're asking to find a way to retcon in having a Guardians of the Galaxy that have never been known as the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And how would this end, bro? How would this end be like, we are the Guardians of the Galaxy? No, you're fucking not.
No.
Dude, I can see that.
Maybe on Earth 616 40 years ago.
It ends with we are a team. What type of Fast and Furious shit is this? A particular team. A manly team. We are the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then here come Rocket. I like to make it like, wait, what? Like, hold on. What you mean? I'm the Guardian. You are.
And you're wrong. It would be more like, hey,
it was that mumble. I fucks with it though. His mumble. Hey yo, boo boo. Like,
fucking Yogi Bear ass motherfucker. Okay, keep going.
Let me stop. All right, actor Kari-san, who played the taxi driver Dopin in the first two Deadpool movies, says that Disney has not yet contacted him returning in the MCU's Deadpool 3.
No, because they haven't even finished the script. For Christ's sakes, people, why is this news?
Yeah.
The script's not done. Ryan hasn't signed off on the script yet. Hellcat's breaking things.
What was...
Give me 1 second.
Are you? Because you were still on your commercial.
All right, we're back.
All right.
You guys won't notice the difference. We do.
Basically, it was about, you know.
But yeah,
people were asking about, the dude.
He's not gonna know yet. They don't have everything set in stone yet. They know there's going to be a Deadpool.
Right.
And that's as far as they've gotten. They're probably in the process of writing the script, and they have ideas for both the scripts, and I can bet he'll be called when the time comes.
When the time comes. And people are so dumb, too, like when reading stuff.
Also, real quick, number 2.
Oh, I got you.
Even if he has been called, he's not going to let us know.
Yeah, because now you're not like in Fox now. This is completely different. MCU stuff now, you got to like keep it hush-hush.
You got to keep stuff on the down low.
Tom Holland. No. You got to keep shit.
Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Octopus. You got to keep shit on the down. You can't just go be like, here's the script. I'm in the movie. Look, I'm the taxi driver, and I even have a significant role in the movie. Like, bro, you can't tell nobody about that.
He's never had a significant role.
Well, no, it was always a side role. Like, I'm just gonna wait in the car. He ran over the priest. Was he? No, the teacher dude from Deadpool 2.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and people are so stupid. People said, "So is Deadpool 3 confirmed to be canon in MCU?" And somebody clapped back and said, "It was confirmed back in January." This is the shit that irritates me now. It's like we knew this.
They already said it will be.
He said it was canon. People are still asking. They're like, "Deadpool 3's canon and it's rated R." It's like,
he might be the first real superpowered mutant in the MCU.
Right. He might just be. Because dude, like...
Actually, I hear they're supposed to start sprinkling in more mutants here soon, so we'll see.
I hope so, man. Because I'm ready to start seeing... Well, they said that the dude who played in Black Widow, the one he put did the arm wrestle with,
right?
He's supposed to have been a mutant.
As was the chick that ended up getting killed in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
So, they're using the names, at least. Hey, you're getting that.
The mutants are there.
Right, they're just not using
but
the powers.
They look just like regular people, like they're supposed to.
They're not supposed to be looking all like...
So that they can come out and be like, hey, look, there are mutants in the world.
Right.
You just didn't know.
Like, that's what it's supposed to be.
They're called the Foxmen. I mean the X-Men.
Right. We're the X-Men Fox Force.
So, FOX-Men.
FOX-Men. That's it.
Hey.
All right, so here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy director, once again, is back at it again. James Gunn has opened up about Martin Scorsese's criticism against superhero movies. There are a lot of things that are true about what he said. And basically, he's quoting and saying, like, Martin Scorsese's pretty much outplayed his welcome. That's pretty much what he's saying. I mean, overall, like what James Gunn is saying. He's like,
Martin Scorsese.
And I like Martin Scorsese, but
is a very old school director.
He's an old school
one
director.
of the greatest of our time, as he says in that interview, because I read that same article actually.
Right.
That's what I was doing while we were outside. You'd started talking about it, and I was sitting there reading it.
I know. I knew he was going to try to skip.
So, yeah. So he is. And again, Gunn even says at the end of it, he says, I absolutely respect him. He's one of my favorite film directors.
Yeah.
He says, I study him. I study his work.
Right.
Like, he's a legend, right? But if you don't know shit about superheroes, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Stay away from it.
Like,
yeah.
I want to put him...
And James Cameron.
Sure.
Oh, well, yeah.
Him, James Cameron, Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
All these people that want to just sit here and down talk everything Marvel's doing because their movies aren't making the money that Marvel's is.
Right.
Like, this is what people want.
And Lou Ferrigno's been out of the game. That's what's so insane.
We're finally getting good superhero movies. I mean, do not get me wrong. There have been a few in time, right? You look at Sam Raimi's first 2 Spider-Man movies.
X2.
You look at X1 and X2.
Right.
I actually liked X3. Not great, but it was enjoyable for me.
I fucks with it, but okay.
You look at The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You look at the first 2 Tim Burton Batman movies. And honestly, I actually liked Batman Forever as well. Batman and Robin was trash.
It was awesome. But yeah,
Like there are good superhero movies out there,
I
but
still like First Class, and then I like even like all of James McAvoy. I like that shit. Like I didn't really.
well, and
like
here's what didn't make any sense to me. So, Martin Scorsese in that interview, or not in that interview, at one point.
It was like 2 years ago, but then it's like it's starting to come back up with what he's saying. Too.
Well, he did that, and then that was like 2 years ago, and then he did another interview.
Right.
Where he was like, look, people misunderstood what I said. This is what I'm talking about. And he kind of cleared some things up.
Right. He's trying to dial it back from what he said 2 years ago.
But one of the things he had mentioned is like, there's no heart to make you care about the characters. Right. And I'm like, oh, well, that's funny because I'm pretty sure by Endgame, I was in fucking tears when Iron Man died the first time I seen it.
Infinity War, I was pissed off throughout the whole fucking... In the Infinity War, I was completely, like, out of it.
Like, legit... These characters we've grown with and we have built an attachment to.
Right.
So for somebody to sit there and be like, there's no emotion in it.
I'm like, bro, we just got
There's
Spider-Man.
no emotion in Brie Larson, but that's her own thing.
Right, that's just her. That's just the thing. It's like when I saw Spider-Man drop.
That's not her fault, by the way. That was writing.
I saw Spider-Man and you hear his... Because... They had an argument. And that's why I said that's why I really can't. I gotta disagree like with that. Like because they had an argument talking about you shouldn't have came on the ship. That was the last couple words he said before he just turned to dust. And the last thing he said was I'm sorry. Like because he's thinking back to like, damn, like y'all had a little argument like literally before all this shit popped off like going crazy before he said you're now an Avenger because he was basically telling his ass to stay home like stay back.
Right.
But he's like I can do this and I'm like no. You're still not ready, bro. And
well, at the end of the day, had he stayed home, it wouldn't have mattered.
And still wouldn't matter because he still would have turned to dust. But I'm saying, like, it's one of them, like, big moment dialogues that the two actually had with each other. And and I actually, like, because I remember that very scene very vividly. And that's why it goes to when you see Spider-Man just turn to ash. Yeah.
Which was hard to watch.
That was, I don't, and
I
was
not,
improv.
Now, I was not moved as much as some during that. Because here's my thing. You knew all of them were going to come back.
Yes, I knew. But it's just...
So in that situation, I was just kind of like, I mean, that sucks. It is shocking.
Right. Especially Black Panther. You know where to die.
But it's like, at the same time, I was like, but we know they're coming back. We know they're all going to be back.
Right.
The one that got me... Honestly, the only death that did get me in those two movies was Tony.
Yeah.
And it got me twice, because I will tell you what... When his fucking daughter,
I ain't gonna lie.
At the end of the movie,
when Tony did drop, man, I hope I could see her. I'm like, oh god, okay, get back up there. Because what?
But like the conversation between Happy and his daughter,
right,
dude.
And he said, "You're watching this as a recording." It like I was like, okay,
I about lost my shit.
That whole funeral is.
I still to this day see Gamora's death as a joke. I still see
that whole throw. It's like.
I still see Black Widow's sacrifice as not a powerful sacrifice. She had, at least at that time, she had nothing to lose. I mean, they have now.
Because Clint would have been powerful. Like we all,
they have now retconned it with Black Widow for it to be like, oh, she had something to live for.
Right, but at the time we didn't really.
But still, at the time, and even now, I could go back and I'm still not going to feel the same.
Right, because Hawkeye had more to lose.
Had Hawkeye given his life, and had he succeeded in giving his life, like he had kids, he had a wife, he was happy.
I mean, Endgame literally starts off with, there you go, oh man, you're gonna be a real bullseye. Next thing you know, my family gone. Like, my kids, hello, like we was just having a moment here,
right?
And that's how Endgame just starts off.
His death would have been powerful, to me.
Yeah, at this point we even knew about the Hawkeye series and everything. Like that death would have been great. Like,
but they couldn't have done that because then they wouldn't have been able to do the Hawkeye series.
Right.
So I mean, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some.
You lose some. But yeah, I didn't really feel nothing from Black Widow compared to like, and I'm Iron Man.
Right. I didn't think that was gonna kill him though. Like I thought it was gonna hurt him.
Yeah, and then you just see him
and then he dies, and I'm like, oh, and I love you 3000.
But like, what got me was when Spider-Man actually finally had like one minute they were like had an argument. This happened. Now in Endgame, it's like just a hug, just like oh okay. He's like oh, thank you. Like that was the last one you was gonna see with his ass, and,
Right.
and we knew people were gonna drop. But anyway, that's just one of the things that Martin Scorsese just doesn't really get it, which I don't understand. And like I said, I love the director too. I saw the movies and everything. He's still, and I get he's still trying to work on it by that time. But me, I'm like, bro, I still see you as somebody who think that the Marvel movies just lack something, and I'm like, no, they got a little something. I know it ain't no Oscar worthy. I guess they're not Oscar potential. I get it, but they even WandaVision, goddamn,
Right.
that whole grief and stuff. But the next thing we also got is. Let me see.
By the way, this is why I tried to tell him to write this shit down. He won't. But
No, I got this. We got this. Okay, we got the first look of Christian Bale's costume as Gore, the killer. Because at the time, like I should have known, but like you told me, like they already announced this. I didn't know what role he was playing.
he had no clue, guys.
I was like, who the hell?
They announced this December of last year.
I was like, who the hell
And
Christian Bale was playing?
This man comes into the office tonight.
I was
and
like, hype as shit. I was
he's
like, yo.
hype, right? He's like, dude. So they announced that Christian Bale is playing as Gore, and I was like, I know.
And I
he
was like, what?
And he was like, huh? I was like, yeah, dude, they announced that months ago.
And I was like, bitch, really?
And he's like, no way. And so I go and find the article where it's like, where they announced it in December. And he was like,
I was like, motherfucker, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, they are. And the last thing I'll do, and this is kind of a pissed off thing, and I get it, which is so they said that they might delay the Spider-Man and Venom and other movies, but main two were Spider-Man and Venom past their original dates, along with the trailer that was supposed to came out. Everything's been delayed due to a certain situation that we're in right now.
pandemic.
The pandemic.
You can say the pandemic.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Um,
And that's the last bit of
they
crazy
might.
news.
I don't think they will.
Right.
Um,
Shang-Chi comes out in a month, guys. I'm happy for that.
what is Shang-Chi?
Yeah, in a month. We're here. We're almost here. It's right there.
It's a damn shame it's not going to be on Disney. Plus, so.
And have a Black Widow moment. And fuck that. I mean, that'd be fun. Like,
It's just Shang-Chi to me is not movie theater
yeah, he's not movie
worthy.
theater quality. It's like the Suicide
Will I go
Squad.
see it in theaters the weekends that come out? Yes.
Unfortunately,
For
yeah.
podcast's sake. Otherwise, I would wait
Right.
and just buy it on Disney Plus.
Right.
But,
Right. Well, it's like the Suicide Squad. Like
because
that's
it's only
HBO
supposed
Max,
to. It's
so
only
who
supposed to
cares?
have like a 30 or 45 day
right
waiting period before it comes out to Disney Plus.
Right, but by that time, Eternals will be coming out, and I don't think that's Disney Plus. That's theaters also.
By that time,
No, it's October. My bad. It should
yeah.
This should be around Halloween when Halloween comes out. Never mind. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. It'll be about. It'll
November
hit Disney
13th?
Plus about.
I thought it was November 13th when it comes. No, 15th when it comes out. I thought it was like mid-November.
I don't know. They've changed the date so much at this point.
Bro,
I'm lost.
they pushed this bitch on everything, man.
I'm lost.
But yeah, and everybody, and then once again, the fans are like, "No, where's the trailer?" I'm like, "I'm with you, nigga. I don't want to see no trailer." What if they already have a trailer that's like, let's not show nothing. Let's just, because now I'm starting to kind of agree with certain things. Now it's like, yeah, let's just don't show nothing. Let's just.
Dude, trailers nowadays ruin movies.
Yeah, they don't.
They
really...
show too much. Do you know how many times I've watched a movie and they've been like, they legit showed the end of the movie in the trailer. They don't tell you.
Right.
And then you get there and you're like, really?
Right, like that was the end. They show all the good parts. It's like, well, you show the good parts. So why the hell would I care about this shit?
How many comedy movies have shown like all the funny parts in the entire movie in the trailer, and then you go watch the movie and the rest of the movie is just so damn dull?
Right. And then everybody laughs. I'm like, oh, I already seen this in the trailer, so I don't care. Like I've seen it multiple times.
Now the one thing Marvel is good at, though, the one thing, and I will admit this, that Marvel is really, really good at, is putting out a trailer where a lot of the scenes in the trailer aren't even in the movie.
Like Infinity War.
Or they alter scenes, right?
Like they had everybody running. That's like, that is not, that whole scene is not in the movie.
Like, do you remember Loki? First trailer that came out. There was that scene that showed...
where he was on the throne?
Well, I mean, there was that. That wasn't even in the show.
That's crazy.
But I'm just about like in altered scenes, right? So you remember the scene where him and Sylvie are sitting across from each other, and you see the space out in the background. And then the actual show comes out,
right,
and there's a city back there.
Right, it's supposed to be a city. Yeah, I noticed that.
So yeah, Marvel's really good at like just removing things that they don't want you to see.
Right. like when like you said with the Infinity War, they suckered me in because it's like do you see them running, you see Incredible Hulk, you see Flint, and it's like that was nowhere in there. I said, I mean, I still enjoyed the movie. I was like, but I wouldn't mind like seeing that like Avengers Assemble, and you see Cap just running. Like I like that, but yeah, but I do get what you're saying with the whole like, we're gonna take some scenes out here and there.
I mean, I'm sure they'd find a way to do that. I mean, it's the MCU's in charge of putting all that together. Right. So like,
they don't do like what they did with the DC with the first Suicide Squad. They have the people who made the trailer and the movie clashed, or the director of the movie clashed, and that's it.
Right.
But we don't talk about that.
No more news?
No, that's it, man. That was the last one. They
right.
hold back everything. Hope they don't hold it back. I really hope they don't, man. I really want this to come out in December. I'm ready, man. I'm so fucking ready for this Spider-Man shit, dude. I'm ready.
Fire.
You know it is.
All right, so as you guys know, last week we drew the wonderful Guardians of the Galaxy from 2014.
Let's go.
It was on Disney Plus.
I watched it one time. Since then I'm
good. I bought the movie because that's what I do. I buy the things we watch.
Because you're awesome.
I watched the movie. I watched the special features.
Yep. Special features also. I saw that on YouTube.
I actually bought the 2-pack because it came with 1 and 2, and I figured might as well. So we're gonna start with the tail of the tape as we do with things like this. It came out August 1st, 2014.
And this was actually trying to battle up against DC Suicide Squad, or this was like they were trying to see who was trying to make most at the time when this came out.
So it's officially 7 years old.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure it was battling with Suicide Squad?
Yes, it was. I thought it was at the time. Cause that's when
Suicide Squad's newer.
Because that's when David Ayer came out and said "fuck Marvel" and all that shit. I thought that was the time they were. I thought they were both bad the same year. I thought they were, but I could be wrong. But I thought that was like.
I mean, it could have been.
Like I thought that was like during the time when that dropped and then this dropped. Okay, it was okay.
Suicide Squad came out 2 years later.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe this was like their people at the time were saying this was their kind of Guardians of the Galaxy. Like you bring a bunch of misfits.
I think it was just their comparison.
Yeah, their comparison, and then a good old and God love David Ayer because that's when he came out. Fuck Marvel. And everyone's like, what? Doing the premiere, and everybody was up here hyping Suicide Squad up. And like I said, it had moments, but I didn't care about it.
Like I said, I thought it was a decent movie for what it was, but we're not there to
well,
talk
we're
about
not there. Yeah, that's DC, my bad. But yeah, that was one of the because Guardians started and then Suicide came right behind. But that was like there to it. So, but yeah.
It was done by Disney Studios.
Right.
It is obviously a part of the MCU.
This is like what their sixth movie? No.
In the MCU?
Was like their 8th movie that came out?
The first movie was 2008. Come on now.
Oh God damn.
This was like phase 3, 2 or 3. Either late phase 2 or early phase 3.
Right. Because
we're in phase 4 now.
Right.
So yeah, it was late phase 2.
Right. Because that's when Kevin Feige said we're going to introduce some intergalactic people. And I said, okay, so we're not even going into fucking Earth no more. We're leaving Earth. Like, oh, I didn't think this. Actually, surprised. I didn't think this was going to do good. Actually, I was kind of shocked. Cause I'm like, bro, we went from doing Iron Man, Captain America. We had our start, and now it's like, Peter, who the fuck is that? Like, that's not Iron Man, bro.
That is still my sentiment today. Runtime is 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yes, it is.
Tomato meter, reviewers, like actual people that are paid to do reviews, gave it a 92%. Audience score also gave it a 92%. And it is certified fresh. It was made with a budget of $200 million.
Yeah, that budget. Man.
And it grossed 773.
Yeah, it was almost $1 billion.
Almost $500,000.
Wait.
It was 773, 328, 629.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
that's
close
an
to
awful specific one. But yeah, so that was its gross. It's for the gross movie. It grossed quite well.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
we can see where this is gonna go, guys.
Believe it or not, I am not going to shit on this movie as much as what people think I am. It is a good movie.
Right.
It's just my least favorite in the MCU.
Right.
Cast. Chris Pratt is Star-Lord.
I love Chris Pratt. You're awesome.
Dave Bautista as Drax the Destroyer.
The one and only.
Zoe Saldana as Gamora.
Yep.
One of the weakest women in the galaxy. Vin Diesel voices Groot.
Which I was like, hold on, Dom Toretto. Bro, I couldn't even imagine him playing that character.
Bradley Cooper voices Rocket Raccoon.
I can imagine him playing that character.
Karen Gillian is Nebula. Michael Rooker, the lovely Michael Rooker, plays Yondu.
Yondu, dude, yeah.
Benicio del Toro
is
the collector. Lee Pace is running the Accuser, and then I didn't write her name down, but the chick that's the lead of the Nova Corps is Glenn Close.
Yeah, that was Glenn Close. It was.
I just can't remember what her character name was. And more. There's dots. I wasn't going to list everybody. Those are just the main people. Those were just the main people. You had the guy that was like the sidekick, or that was like the lead, like general in her army. That's also a pretty famous person.
Right. And then of course you had James Gunn's brother in there, even though he was kind of like a.
He wasn't really in it.
Yeah, it's just Sean. He was the guy that when they went to talk to the dude. No, because when he was making that, if you look at the bloopers, that shit. No, he was in it. He's in it
because he did a lot of the Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, Rocket Raccoon, but he was also one of Yondu's little henchmen.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Me. Okay.
I mean, so yeah.
Anyways,
Captain wants to say stuff, or Captain wants to say something.
Written by James Gunn. Okay, so it was actually written by 3 people, which I'm assuming it was probably written by James Gunn and then edited by the others.
Yeah.
But it was James Gunn, Nicole Pierman, and Dan Abnett, and it was directed by James Gunn. Ironic that we're filming this today and his new movie just came out.
And have you seen how he looked? It's like DC de-aged the fuck out of him. What happened?
Aged.
Sorry, aged.
They're not making him younger.
Not making him younger because he was young in this, and I swear to God, like he's not even that old, dude. What happened? It's like
it's still 7 years though.
I know it's still 7 years. I didn't think
almost 7 years to the day.
It's
over 7 years old.
I just couldn't believe. But no, because there was recent interviews. He still had the same what he looked like in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it's like DC says sign here.
You gotta remember when they do interviews or they go on the red carpet, they freshen up their appearance. They look different
dye
than
their hair and shit.
When you probably seen him on set.
Yeah,
he's not gonna look cute. He's there to work. He's not there to look good.
Yeah, I know they're there to look good, but it just threw me off because I showed this to one of our coworkers. She says, that James Gunn's brother? I'm like, no, I think that's James Gunn.
Right.
It's like, did DC say here, sign here, sign here? It's like they're Shang Tsunging him, taking his soul, and like, okay, what's going on here?
So for those of you that might be new to how we do this, we are going to break down the movie in several categories. We're going to kind of rate them.
Right.
But these ratings no longer matter like they used to. The only rating that does matter is what we give the final overall product. And then we will combine our scores and then come up with the average. And then
that's it.
It'll get tiered.
Yep.
And you'll get to see us do that too. So we're first going to talk about the story. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Story was okay.
I thought it was crazy. Like, crazy as in good way. Like, damn.
Here's the thing. I think it's a decent start for the characters as a whole. Right? Rewatching it, it was not as bad as I remember the first time. As a matter of fact, there were things I actually forgot that happened in it.
Right.
But I still wasn't the biggest of fan. So, another thing that I have as a positive is that the post-credit scenes are a couple of the better, I feel, in the MCU.
Right.
They do a really good job. Like, first off, I absolutely love Baby Groot dancing with
and then
Drax
is like,
trying to catch him moving.
And like he's like sharpening his blade as he's doing. He's like, are you moving?
And then I absolutely loved Howard the Duck sitting off in the broken.
Lick your face.
Yeah, right. Now I say these are better, even though neither of these movies really set up anything.
No.
Just for entertainment's sake.
Right.
I think they're fun. I can't wait for Howard the Duck movie. It's going to be rated R.
And I can't see him in the what if thing too. So I can't wait to see that too when that happens also.
So those were the 2 positives I have for this movie in terms of story. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's some negatives. First off,
I'm gonna let you go.
First off, there's not enough of anything to make me connect with any of the characters. They jump around so much, I don't care about any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they build this ending with Groot's death to be so heartfelt, and I didn't give a fuck. I was like, tree's dead. Cool.
See, okay. See, I felt something when Groot finally did his thing, because it was so, I thought, for my opinion, I thought it was like passionate, and then He always go from I am Groot, which I glad that didn't know the hell out of me until he finally said we are all Groot. I said, my man pulled a Dom Toretto and he pulled like a ball around it because I'm like, bro. First, okay, I get it. My only negative is how the hell they lived through that. But
well, he said we are family.
We are family. He did. Dom Toretto. Let's go.
Funnily enough. Now, here's the thing. That single act was a passionate act.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem is they didn't do enough in the movie to make me care.
I don't think you were supposed to care about these characters, though, in a way.
Then why are you making a movie about it? This is where Martin Scorsese's right. Your objective is to make people care about the characters.
I mean,
or the deaths don't matter. That's why you don't care about the characters in horror movies. Because they don't build enough to make you care. And then you're actually kind of wanting to see them killed off.
Right. You just want to, like, please die. Let's see what happens.
I just... Groot's death again felt cheap. Now, I'm also happy he died. Because we got Baby Groot.
Right.
And Baby Groot's adorable.
And Baby Groot sold toys
and
everywhere.
Fantastic.
Holy crap.
I used to have one of these stuffed plushies that got lost in a car that I no longer have. Of Baby Groot, actually.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Yeah, well, because, everybody just loves Groot. Groot's little presence.
If you guys ever want to see something really cool,
what?
Go to go on YouTube, find Nerd Out Music, and they have a Baby Groot versus Baby Yoda rap battle that is absolutely hilarious.
Look at that.
And fantastic. You haven't seen it yet?
No, not yet.
I'll have to show it to you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Groot's presence.
Groot was my favorite. Groot and Rocket are my favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, why you why are you licking that like the water fountain, you idiot? He kept calling him idiot, and that's another thing why I felt passionate. I get it, like the other characters we could just if that's the one that we could get him, but I just felt that Rocket one because he kept calling him idiot. He kept giving him every single thing what he was.
Do you want to know why I like Rocket so much?
Why?
He had my favorite moment in the movie, and that's where
at the party. All right, not the party, but the
No, it's stop trying to predict what I'm trying to say. He does this all the time, and it's never right.
I'm never right.
My favorite moment is when Drax is down, and he's all sad.
Right. Oh.
And Rocket looks at him and goes, "Boo-hoo! My family's dead." Because that's how I felt. Because Drax is a nobody.
Right. At least Rocket, I gotta give it. Rocket Raccoon and Bradley Cooper's voice just... He ran with that shit, bro.
He did.
He really did. I could never... Now I can't picture nobody else but playing him but Bradley, though. Because at first I was like, Bradley Cooper?
But, yeah.
Hangover? Really? Okay.
Now, here's my other problem.
Okay.
It suffers from having an extremely weak villain.
Well, that's when that time we were just throwing off weak villains left and right now. Like,
so here's the thing, though. They started off where he was actually kind of cool. He was intimidating. Like, the first time you see him, he's got these people putting his armor on him and covering his face, and you're like, okay.
He's like, I'll destroy Xandar.
And then like, he's all ready to kill people, and he looks intimidating.
Kills one of the Nova Corps people.
Until he talks to Thanos. And then all of a sudden...
He became a bitch.
He becomes a bitch, dude, for the rest of the movie.
He's like... He talked to Thanos, and that was it.
I'm sorry... If you inevitably lost to somebody dancing like Michael Jackson, you're a nobody.
He said, "What are you doing? Distract you, big turd blossom." Like, what? That's it. He said, "You and me, bro, dance off." I was like, and I actually thought that, and I get it. It was not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be a serious move. Because he was ready to lay that Power Stone down and just destroy everything. He was ready to do it.
So, and these were just my two major points. So, like, again, the movie's not terrible, guys. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I enjoy it. I've enjoyed every Marvel movie and show in the MCU.
Right.
I have. Just being honest. My problem is I wasn't a fan of the writing in this. I don't like this. We're supposed to be a team, but we can't stand each other, so we're going to argue, but then we're going to come together in the end and pull it off. Like... I look at that team dynamic, and I compare it to the Avengers, where they do care about each other,
right?
But they still throw each other shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like language, Captain.
He said, "Damn it!" And they kept that going throughout the whole movie.
I'm never gonna live
he
that
said
down.
Language. He said,
"Really?"
They
still care about each other, and it wasn't something like they had their one big blow up in the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Because of the staff, by the way. It wasn't that they actually hated each other. The staff made them angry at each other.
That time.
And then they actually,
powerful.
Ever since then, everything's been cool up until Civil War, and then they had their beef, but they still loved each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't really hate, except for Black Panther. He was ready to start killing. We just wanted to kill Bucky. That's just it. But that's not the point. Like everybody else.
So did Iron Man.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. That's it.
And that's what Cap was trying to stop. That's what started. That was the whole problem. But no,
I get it.
I look at the two team dynamics and like the Avengers. I love that they're so connected, and yeah, like I said, they throw jabs at each other. You know, like the Capsicle.
Capsicle. You gotta move sleep, Point Break.
And then I look at the Guardians, dude. They broke out into fights. I think like 2 to 3 times with each other.
Yeah, like because in the
first time was their first meeting.
First meeting, yeah.
Was Gamora.
Yeah, that was when they were on
Peter.
Yeah.
And then Rocket and
because Drax was still in prison at the
Groot.
time, but yeah.
And then the second time was at the poker or whatever.
Yeah, poker thing. And he said, "You called me." I actually thought that was funny to me. He's like, "You called me short. Well, how you get holes in your head?" I'm like, "Oh my god!"
I'm not saying it's not funny.
You can blast Drax. Damn. All right, let's go.
It's just not what I look for in a superhero movie. Now, the one thing they nailed 100% was the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack
for both volumes are solid, but yeah,
fantastic.
Right.
I don't know how they're going to come up with a new soundtrack for the third one, considering he has no more gifts of presence to open.
Right.
But we'll see.
Especially the beginning. Come and get your
No, that was stupid. The song's great.
The song's great.
But that whole segment was stupid.
Even Dutch, even in Endgame with Don Cheadle said, "This is."
So he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Yes.
But that's perfect because that's his flaw. He's an idiot. He's an idiot though.
Read the comics.
I know he's not supposed to be an idiot.
He's not supposed to be an idiot.
But I like that. They try to, because if you how about this? If you made him serious, how many kids would go see this shit if he was actually serious? Like he was like straight serious.
They still would.
You think so?
For the tree. Kids love that animated shit, dude. The tree and Rocket, hell yeah.
They should just did just Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Groot, let's go.
There's a TV show.
Oh, that is a TV show. Yeah, it was. Yep, just Rocket and Groot. That's crazy.
But yeah,
he's the muscle, as he calls it. Like, okay.
It's and the ending was so anticlimactic.
Oh yeah, with they all hold the Power Stone. I don't know how that happened.
They crash land, which was cool.
Yeah, that crash land was tight.
And then Ronan walks out, and then we get this stupid fucking dance scene that I almost walked out on.
It's like a dance off. Is it you and me?
You can tell he enjoys it.
He's like, you and me. God, hey, at the time, 2014, you know how old I was, bro? I enjoyed that shit. That was it. That was light. That was a good moment right there.
But yeah, you get the stupid ass fucking dance scene.
He's like, what are you doing?
And then they get they get the Infinity Stone, which...
Rocket shot at it.
There were several times they've hinted that there's more to Peter than what we know.
Right.
I don't know if you ever noticed there are times in this movie where if you look at his eyes, they're a reddish yellow.
Yeah, reddish yellow. Yeah.
Which hints that he's not human.
Yeah.
Fully.
Right.
At least.
Right. Somewhat, in a way.
Now, obviously, we don't get the full-blown intel until the second movie.
Right.
They hint at him being part Celestial in this at one point. So, like, I understood why he was able to hold it. I feel like he still should have been able to hold it without everyone else's help.
Right. I mean, well, they got to have the...
like, if in the second...
the cheesy moment ever had to come together. Like, come together
If in the second movie you can control matter to build things for all of 20 minutes, you can hold a damn Infinity Stone.
But you got to remember the time. We didn't know... I mean, we knew the second movie was coming, but we didn't know what the second movie was even going to be about.
Well, I know.
Right. I just... we had to have this powerful come together moment here, which I'm surprised. I thought all of them were going to just be obliterated. At the time, I was like, "Yo, so besides Peter Quill,
I knew 100% they weren't.
I thought like, bro, because I was like,
I knew Groot wasn't fully dead.
I thought Groot died actually. I thought Groot dropped until I saw him move like on the like little pot thing.
He's an integral part of the team. They weren't going to kill him off and not bring him back. Actually, technically, it's a different Groot if you want to be technical.
Oh shit. How many Groots? I mean, how many Groots?
Groot's a species, dude.
Shit. Species. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's not just one Groot. I mean, there's like only one Groot we ever really know about, but...
So it's like a planet.
Somewhere. full of walking and talking trees.
God, that would be
They're dumb as hell. And drink out of water fountains.
Don't eat that. Like, don't drink
Again,
that. And
guys,
he's eating weird shit.
This is just me being a jackass. I actually love Groot.
I know you like Groot. Stop playing.
I still can admit when he's stupid, though.
No, he is stupid. And Rocket, and that's why I love it. They're just dynamic with Cole, because Rocket will literally point that out.
I love that Rocket can fully understand him and no one else can.
Oh, yeah, I am Groot. He says, welcome to the freaking Guardians. Oh, he didn't use freaking. I'm like, okay. Like, you got that from I Am Groot? Really? Okay. And Rocket was the brains. He said, I need that man's eye. Like no, he don't need that man's eye.
That's another one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Or that man's leg.
He's like, I need that man's legs. Like, I got you your leg. I didn't really need that. It was just funny.
All right. Just because the fact that
such a dick.
Oh, he's a dick, and that's why Rocket Raccoon was just an asshole. And he's smart. He even dogs out Tony Stark in Endgame. He talks him out too. He said, "Yeah, you think you're smart? I'm smart too, bro."
He's really not.
No.
He can make weapons.
Yeah, he's not like one of the top smartest people. No, he's like a weapon expert, which I would take the battle every day.
But yeah, over and above all, I give the story like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it a 9. No, 8. I give it 8. Cause like I said, I do agree there are some flaws in it, like some crazy shit, like the dynamic. I get it, cause I just fully understood coming in. I said, I get it. Turn my brain off. Entertainment, Marvel, bam, let's go. And it worked. It's like whenever we pull out Ant-Man, I'm thinking like once again, Guardians of the Galaxy with.
Oh no, I love Ant-Man.
I don't like Ant-Man. I'm just saying, like on paper, it just sounds stupid. Like it sounds
I know.
dumb as hell.
Ant-Man was literally Ant-Man, dude. All this, the MCU as a whole.
Yeah.
Every movie they've put out, for the most part, as far as like the first time a hero's introduced.
Right.
Dude, I didn't even start watching the MCU until after Avengers came out, because I don't give a... at the time, I was like, I don't give a fuck about Iron Man. Right. I don't give a fuck about... I hate Captain America.
Oh, you gave me that despise quickly.
I still hate Captain America. But I love MCU Captain America.
I still hate that motherfucker. Like, all right.
All of them.
And at the time, like, I didn't know who these characters were at the time. So I said, let's watch it.
I started realizing as a kid, I don't think I was ever necessarily a Marvel or DC fan. I think I was a Spider-Man and Batman fan, and that was it.
Yeah, I was always Spider-Man, and at the time, I didn't, like, when they said Iron Man was coming out, I didn't know who, I'm like you knew who these were, because like I said, you read the comics. I've never read a single comic. I'm reading them now, but I've never read them. I don't know who these guys were. And it's like, oh, Iron Man, that looks cool. And then my family, like, isn't that the guy that did drugs? Because technically he should have, they said somehow he should have probably not have. There's a bad path with that situation.
No, Robert Downey Jr.
He went to jail and came like fresh out of jail.
Yeah, he came into Iron Man like basically fresh out of rehab.
Yep, fresh out of rehab.
It changed his life.
Because they said like he should have died because he was just a drug user.
He was in a bad place.
Like a bad place. It's just bad. He was in a bad place.
But to be honest, it's probably best they went with him. I mean, he fit the role.
Yeah, like when I saw Screen Test, like it's just like it played a part perfectly, and that's.
But honestly, it's a story. It's a telling of kids, or telling to kids that I think Disney would be behind, in that you can overcome the negative parts of your life and become something great. Right. But now we're moving off of what we're supposed to be talking about. I'm sorry,
Guardians of the Galaxy. But I just like it though. That's like you said. I just feel like when we started off, that's how I started off with it. Ever since then, I'm like, I'm watching every single thing in movie theaters. I don't even care, and that's when that happens.
Now, so here's the next thing, right? And no, I'll break into this during the fighting section. Okay, there's still okay. Next up is overall acting. Not the characters themselves, just the overall acting as far as how people really fit. I feel like everyone came off in this specific movie as doing fine in their roles, except Dave Bautista.
Well, you said
Drax.
That's not Drax. You said that's not him.
I feel like he comes off as very stale at times, because like this is even before they started making him do a lot of the humor stuff that he did in Guardians 2.
Right.
There were some funny moments, but again, Drax is not a funny character.
Yeah, you said he's not really a funny character overall.
And I even put, while I personally do not like Chris Pratt as an actor, I do feel he did okay in this role, other than the dance scene. The acting as a whole was okay. It was decent. I feel like the acting was actually better than the story that was being told with it.
Right. And when they said Chris Pratt was coming, I said, from Parks and Recreation?
When they announced Chris Pratt was going to be in Guardians, I almost was like, well, there's at least one Marvel movie I don't have to watch.
Right. That's it. I was like, hold on. The fat dude. The dude who was almost like 300 pounds.
Because here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. For me, this and anything else having to do with the MCU is the only role I have ever enjoyed that he's done.
Yeah.
I don't like Parks and Recreation.
He's okay. I
don't like the new Jurassic Park series.
Yeah, I like Jurassic. I can't wait for Dominion when it comes out.
I don't like Chris Pratt as an actor. I don't think he can act his way out of a
fucking
paper bag.
Because I know that's where he was going with it.
He can't
act himself out of nothing. Because I liked him in Parks and Recreation. I thought he was a good actor in that, and then like Jurassic World, I liked it in that. But when this came out, I was like, hold up. The fat, he even said he had to lose weight, or because he had I guess what the people were looking for, he had the charisma, the characterization, all that crap, but he had to lose 40, 50 pounds. I was like, bro, he's not, bro, Chris, wait a minute, fam. Fat dude. Because I've seen all the episodes.
And now he's all muscular and shit.
And now he's muscular and shit. Even taking pictures, Ella's like, is that you? He's like, he was like, how'd you get that fucking picture, bro? Because I didn't know,
but
bro.
The acting was decent. I gave it a 7.
I think I gave it. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. I like the acting. The acting was cool for me. Just the fact that when they threw Chris Pratt, because like I said, I'm a fan of them to an extent, but I just was shocked that they threw him in there.
So here's the thing, as far as the action goes, like I absolutely loved old girl as Gamora.
Right, Zoe Zelda. Yeah.
I think she did well. I don't think there's.
Did you like Nebula?
I don't. Yeah, she was fine.
Okay.
I actually think she does really well as Nebula. Like I said, everyone did their thing. It was really just Dave Bautista as Drax. And here's what I also want you guys to understand too. I do think he does a better job moving forward as Drax. It was just this specific movie. He was just very stale.
You know who I am, yes. And he laughed like he like, and then
nothing goes over my head.
Right, nothing goes over my head. I catch it. It's like literally things will go over his head. I catch him like, oh dear. There's some dry shits, and then I just want him to fight. Like, hey, just fight, bro. Just do what The Rock does. Just fight some shit. I don't need you to speak.
There's something I'm going to bitch about a couple of people in the fighting section.
Yeah, I know. When we get there. Yeah, I know.
All right, special effects.
Yeah.
There was actually an entire special feature based on the special effects.
Yeah.
That absolutely disappointed me because the only special effects they talked about were Groot and Rocket. They didn't talk about anything else.
Because really, like, special effects, like that whole Nova Corps thing was just solid. That is how they rearranged the world and everything.
One of the more beautiful, if not one of the most beautiful, beautifully done special effects I've seen in a Marvel movie.
Right.
I thought they did an excellent job. Loki might be a little bit better.
Right. Well, yeah. Now, like probably Loki might just be number one. Probably debated to be number one actually.
But no, the graphics
from Xandar to nowhere to
the movie effects, the music, everything is outstanding in those aspects. I literally had no negatives. I actually give the special effects a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it 10 out of 10 as well.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's like you could tell that people have fun and they took their time. Like they actually said, okay, we're gonna do, and they even kind of like did the source material too. Cause like. You can tell, like, I'm not saying, like, copy blow for blow, but they're like, okay, we want Xandar to look like this. We want the Nova Corps to look like this. We want Nowhere with the big head. Like, I'm like, oh, that's actually a real thing. Like, oh, they took the real head, which is, I guess, a Marvel character, too, Nowhere, and made that into its own, town and,
it was a Celestial.
A Celestial, right. They made it to, like, own planet in a way.
Right.
So.
Because they were mining its resources.
Right, mining its resources, yep.
But yeah, I gave the special effects 10 out of 10. See, I'm not shitting on the whole thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Who would have thought we would?
We were bound to get at some point. He's always amazed at what we draw.
I'm always mad. I'm always amazed. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
we're gonna get to everything in here one day.
Man, we're gonna get to all of it, everything, even the shitty ones.
Even your stupid ass Fan Force.
Fan Force stick. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Dab.
The last thing we typically talk about is the action, the fighting.
So what is your gripe on the action?
Well, I've got some positives.
Okay.
First off, Groot comes off as a badass all the time.
Yeah,
dude.
This
movie specifically has my favorite fight sequence in anything involving the Guardians specifically, and that's where when Groot takes his tree
and he stabs
like three or four people, and then he bounces them off the hallway, and then when he's done, he looks back and smiles.
He smiles at the camera, and they're bro, and they're like, yo.
Bravo.
Because he was like, how are we gonna do it? He was like, I'm Groot. I'm like, bro, he just like impelled like 4 people, bro. Like, dude, this dude's actually a killer. 100%.
And then, of course, him and Rocket working together is always fun.
Yeah. You know, he told his ass to stay off the ship.
I'm not a big gun person, so, like, I could do without Rocket just shooting things all the time. I'd like to see him scamper over to somebody and, like, go crazy. Kind of like how he did with, when Groot was trying to capture Gamora by accident, and he jumped up on Gamora.
Right, he's like, he's trying to fight. Like, oh,
like I would like more of that from him, but I also understand with him being small in stature,
right? Because he's
like, he kind of has to use a gun. It's kind of a,
and he's using like high tech guns. He ain't using like blasters and this shit, like a weapons, like, for real.
That's where my positives go with the fight scenes.
Oh boy.
Reason being, as far as the other people involved in the fighting, Peter Quill is Peter Quill. He just doesn't really do much of any of it, honestly. He kind of runs around.
I'm Star-Lord. Who?
He did have a couple of cool moments during the intro fight when he... Not intro fight from the movie. But
the first fight.
The first time he runs into Gamora and them. Like, I loved some of the things he did there with like, where he took the part of his jetpack and stuck it on her.
I was going to say, the jetpack and then he flew. Hey, I thought that was lit.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
He went... She went that way.
But my problem is, for being the most dangerous woman in the galaxy, as she's called, I feel like Gamora struggles more in her fights in this than she should.
Yeah, Gamora, if anything, she would probably get a 5 out of 10. Just for her fights in general.
Now,
like, overall.
I'm not saying that the acting part about it is bad.
No, just...
Her the way she did the fights and the choreography and stuff was fine. I just feel as a character, Gamora's supposed to be this uber badass chick that even most dudes can't keep up with.
Right, because you read the comments about who
Peter
Gamora was.
Quill holds his own.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Peter Quill should have...
That's a big no.
At least get hurt a little bit. Just a little bit hurt. Like, Jesus Christ.
I
knew he was going to put his head down on that one. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls, sisters of all ages.
Anyone who is familiar with the comics, there is a character who was created with the sole purpose of killing Thanos. Who, in the comics, is able to kill Thanos as long as Thanos does not have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, you got the gauntlet, yeah.
So tell me why, for 3 movies, Drax is a bitch.
Because you said Drax can kill Thanos. Yeah. You have to
yes.
Yeah, he can straight up kill him. Yeah. And
that's what he was created for.
And I even looked it up, and I did more reading on it too. Like today, I was like, yeah, he can actually beat the shit out of Thanos if he doesn't have the gauntlet, like hand up, like yeah. Well, because Drax's whole world is literally, aren't they like not barbarians, but like warriors or some shit? Like, that's what they are?
And yet, he spends...
They dummy him down.
3 fucking movies. And what do I mean by 3 movies? Guardians 1, Guardians 2, and Infinity War.
Yeah, they dummy him down.
They make him a bitch.
He should have been like ace in the hole.
He can't fight nobody.
Yeah, I don't...
Like...
That's kind of... Okay, you get that one.
Bruh.
You get that one.
He is supposed to be, again, one of the baddest fucking people in Marvel. Especially where they're at right now in the MCU.
Right.
I'd get it if it was like Adam Warlock showed up and whooped his ass.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Really. For like that, yeah.
But, dude...
I can see Adam Warlock just like destroying. But yeah, Thanos should have... Well, it's like with the Hulk. Like, Thanos beat the shit out of the Hulk. And I'm like, how? That is some wilding shit. And he made him a bitch.
There's comics where Drax and Hulk fight. And they go toe-to-toe.
I can see that happening. I can see them, like, just square up, bro.
I mean, they kind of overpowered Thanos without the gauntlet. Well, no, because if you remember... So he had what he needed to be able to just beat the shit out of Hulk. If you remember, he already had the gauntlet. He had one. He already had one of the stones, and maybe 2.
Yeah, but okay, damn. Well, I guess that would make him a lot stronger.
But no,
but I thought he was on his own. Then all of a sudden he said nope.
To be honest, Drax should have had no problem. Drax should have had no problem stopping Ronan early in the movie.
Yeah, that fight scene was kind of weird.
And yet he got uber smacked down.
Maybe he threw his ass some weird gooey shit.
You can kind of try and play it off as like, well, he was drinking. Because he was.
Oh, that's right. He was drinking before. Yeah.
But to still get his ass beat that bad, come on.
Because he even got a free shot. He said Nebula. I'm like, okay, did he just duck down and like back turn and still dodge you? Drax, bro. You gotta find where he killed this dude, bro.
Right.
This should have been, I would have been cool if he killed Ronan. I'm like,
but I
roll credits, here we go.
But I mean, you look at it, again, Drax and Gamora are supposed to be two of the baddest characters in the Marvel universe. I'm not saying they are like top tier.
No, but they're supposed to
but they're supposed to be two amazing characters.
One's an assassin and one's a straight up just barbaric killer. Like,
they're both shown as being kind of mid. And I just... Another thing, I feel like they rushed this whole Gamora Peter thing because I was actually reading, they just recently became a couple in the comics.
Oh shit!
It never happened before.
Oh shit! Okay, so so they never really were like this little moment here.
No.
Gamora did kind of snap a little bit. She said, "Is this supposed to be like some type of trick you're doing?" Like women, it was like you thought it was, but it was like a bait switch. Like nope, she put that sword right to the neck, so you could kind of see where. It wasn't. I mean, we knew it was eventually gonna get to it, but she wasn't about to have that shit. Not at first, at least. So, right. But I get what you're saying. You're like, rushing it through in a way.
And then, here's my biggest, another one of my biggest complaints. Mm-hmm. The last quote unquote fight scene with Ronan wasn't a fight scene.
No, it was a straight up dance off.
They danced. Rocket
jarred
the Infinity Stone loose.
Yeah, out of his little hammer
and then
thing.
They grabbed the Infinity Stone
and
basically disintegrated him.
Yeah, they disintegrated him. I thought they exploded him, but they disintegrated him. Okay.
Disintegrated, exploded, whatever. That was it. There wasn't an actual fight. There wasn't like them having to team up to kind of go back and forth.
It wasn't like Endgame's fight where you saw like the 3 versus Thanos. It wasn't like that type of fight, which I guess that's
not. It's. I really feel like that's
now. I think that's
else.
Probably been rushed. That whole dancing.
No, that was improv.
Improv, kind of figured. Okay.
But no. So like, I just.
Because the mission was to make sure he did not touch the ground. Because once he touched the ground, that was going to kill everybody.
That's one of my biggest complaints I've had with Marvel. Is they do have this habit of having a very anticlimactic ending.
Yeah.
And again, another prime example I can bring up here, Doctor Strange. Oh, I'm going to force you into a time loop, and we're just going to keep killing me until you get tired of killing me, and then that's how we're going to end this movie.
DeMarco like to make a bargain, and he's like, wait, what is this? And he started catching on like, what?
Right. It was just, I didn't find it as good an ending. Now, do not get me wrong, Doctor Strange is still very high up on my list.
Yeah.
You can have a kind of crappy ending
them effects are
and
solid.
Still have me be super excited for the movie.
Because I didn't think Doctor Strange was going to be... See, these, from here on out, at the Avengers...
No, Doctor Strange I was expecting to be good.
Okay.
He's one of the few.
Okay, one of the few expect because...
Benedict Cumberbatch is just an absolutely amazing actor, period.
Yeah, well, obviously, I saw him in the Sherlock series, so that's why I was, like, invested with him on that.
But no, I kind of knew what Doctor Strange was all about, so going into it, I was excited. But no. Yeah, it's... The fighting... Honestly, I would have completely shit all over all the fighting if it were not for Groot and Rocket. If it wasn't for the few scenes where Groot and Rocket...
it got good reviews, because they
really
even said
Groot
and Rocket were the best main of the whole entire movie, which that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for how badass they were as characters...
Yeah.
Like, aside from... Like again, the only fail I see has a plus side to it was Groot sacrificing himself to save the team. Needed to happen, otherwise everyone would have died. Cool.
Right.
Did I care that he died? No, not really.
Right, yeah.
But my biggest problem is also how the fuck did you survive? You had a spaceship crash down on top of you, but cool, whatever.
Right, fuck it. No, you just laid out like this, and you're like, I got a broken arm. A broken arm? Bro, that should have been your life. What? What's Groot's shit made out of? Like fucking steel?
But like, and Groot was always surprising with things that he could do. Like they're like, "Oh, we can't see in here," and then Groot holds up his arm, and
Like,
there's
it's like what, like fireflies.
like fireflies are flying out from him, and everybody can all of a sudden he was cool.
Groot was like his own walking badass. Like, and then he still had comic kindness. Like he's like when they always said, "Don't give children they steal." He gave like a little flower to a little girl. I said, bro, that's like a little kind moment that Groot does. Like Groot, he's dumb, but he still has some sort of a heart here. Like, damn,
he's all heart.
He's all heart and no brain. If I only had a brain.
Right. I gave the fighting like a 7 out of 10.
I gave it an 8.
They Rocket and Groot saved it for me.
I think Rocket and Groot saved the movie. They saved the movie, man. Like, especially that laugh we tried to set the plane. He said, it's real. Like, damn. He said about 25% I am Groot. See, he agrees. He is eating his own fucking hand. He is eating his own shit. Oh, God. When he tried to explain that whole plan, and he looked at him like, right. He's just eating his own shit, because I'm like, bro, that's what just badasses. They just like... How is your plan? What's your percentage? 25%. Then he went back to like fake ass laughing at his ass. He said, see, and even Drax was like, I don't agree with the plan. And then that's what he said. Groot agrees, and Groot is literally eating a fucking leaf off his arm, bro. Like, no, I don't think he agrees either.
No, he don't care.
But yeah,
He's
the two movies saved the movie. Like them two characters is basically, and of course the visual effects, everything else. But yeah, like overall, yeah.
All right.
This is it. Here we go,
bro.
Yeah, I'm ready for you, bro. I've been ready for you since we pulled this shit.
What do you give the movie as a whole?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
9?
9. I get a 9. I get a 9.
I give it a 6.
I know your ass was. What?
Here's the thing, though. For it being a 6 out of 10, that's the lowest you're going to hear from me for any Marvel movie.
For any Marvel movie, right.
Again, this is my least. This is the movie I like the least. And again, I still enjoy it.
Right. Because we both like Thor 2 and Iron Man 3, so I like both of them. So.
Yeah. I like Thor 1. I like Thor 2. I like Iron Man 3. Now, Iron Man 3 is for completely different reasons. We'll get there when we get there.
Right, whenever we pull it. Whenever we pull that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I give it a 6. You gave it a 9.
9, yeah.
All right, so if we're going to average these two together.
Here we go. And your handy dandy notebook. Here we go.
I don't need a notebook, motherfucker. I got a calculator. Maybe. Where'd my calculator go?
Find your calculator, man.
All right, 9 plus 6 divided by 2 equals... You failed, calculator. 9 plus 6 equals 15.
Nice. He said you
divided by 2
is you fail again. Damn it.
Equals 7.5.
So pretty much 8, pretty much.
All right, so it gets an 8, which let's
which I knew that's where it was going to go.
I was actually hoping it was going to go for a 7 because we have this 7 and 6 spot that has nothing in it. And
it would have been that.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me flip over to the screen for you guys.
Hello again.
Give it a minute. There it goes. All right. So as you can see, we have placed the original Incredible Hulk Returns. We have placed the Simpsons special.
Yeah.
And we have placed Black Widow.
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2014 being at an 8 because you round up.
Right.
Goes in the A category. And I do believe... I was really hoping it was going to be a B. You fucked that all up for me, Ralph. Can I change my shit? Can I drop down to the 5? Is it too late?
Drop down to a 5 just to change
so I
it
can
up.
get it down to... No.
Because you said me that spot missing. I was like, I knew he was going. That's why I was waiting. I said, you think I was prepared for you since you pulled this shit, man. I'm prepared for you.
But yeah, so it gets in the A category, as you can see here, which is honestly about where I think most people would put it. I do feel like there are some people that would throw it up in the S.
Yeah.
I would not be one of those people.
I know your ass wouldn't.
Obviously.
But is it better than Black Widow?
No.
Okay.
No, we gave Black Widow a 9.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did. Never mind.
This got a 7.5. Come on now.
He just
And again, Black Widow has characters that we care about. They do a good job of making you care about, like, her sister.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The fight scenes are epic, especially when it's all the widows versus Black Widow, Natasha. Right. That was a dope scene.
make her suffer. I'm like, oh my god, like bro, you're about to get his ass whooping, girl. You better fight back.
And yeah, Guardians had like 3 good fight scenes, all of them which involved either Groot or Rocket.
And that's all you need to save a movie. Fuck it, Groot and Yondu a little bit too, to an extent. I mean, he didn't have a fight, but he had like a little presence here and there. But hey, that's it. Hey, that's all you need. Hey, give me Yondu, Groot, and Rocket. I'm like, hey, make movies out of that. We can do it for the third one. Fuck it.
Right.
Who needs Drax? Fuck it. Let's go.
So many movies left to go, man. We've got like years of content here.
Yes, we do.
Like these are just movies.
And then we got shit into like TV also, man.
Aren't even out. Yeah, I mean, Venom's going to be coming out soon.
Right.
Shang-Chi's coming out soon. Eternals is coming out soon. Spider-Man's coming out soon. That'll be for like 4. Anyways.
And then
Spider-Man's be 10.
And then next year, the first thing they start off with.
I'm going to go ahead and put No Way Home at 10. Because I already know. No, I'm kidding.
It might probably be it, bro. I swear, if they shit on this, I think I probably might not watch anymore. They'll be like, "What about the podcast?" You know what? I'm gonna guess it. I'm just gonna wing it, bro. Dude, that's Spider-Man. You can't fuck. I mean, I know you fucked up with Spider-Man 3, but I actually like Spider-Man 3 until you went to the. What's up, girl? Like, hey, that dude.
Spider-Man 3 was all bad.
It was all bad.
It was all bad.
With the little feet.
Spider-Man 3 might be an F. We might have to create a new category.
Oh my god.
No, it's not going to be worse than Punisher.
No, not worse than Punisher, but it's going to be down there.
I just realized.
Was the Punisher even on there?
They took the Punisher off the list.
Are you shitting me?
No. Okay, where'd it go? They really don't want... I know it's on the list.
Yeah. Are they allowed to take shit off? How the hell do they do that?
It just didn't save it.
Oh, okay.
It's been having a hard time, for whatever reason, saving Punisher. We're talking about the second Punisher, guys.
Yeah, Warzone.
Punisher Warzone. Where the fuck is it? There it is. It was an F.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're out here playing with my emotions.
T-Rose said he gave it 6 ass cracks out of 9 or something.
He said a whole ass crack out of 10.
That dude did a flip. Pew! Like, what the that looked like something, like a video game. But that's the point.
Maybe if we'll get lucky, it'll stop moving shit around.
Right.
That'd be nice.
And it's sad because Punisher had a big-ass budget, too. That's what's really stupid. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. It's, so that's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies. Technically, like 4.5. 4 in an episode of something.
Right.
And yeah, we are putting the specials with the movies because they're just one-offs, so it's kind of like having a movie any fucking ways.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, over the course of the next 13 weeks...
Here we go. We're going What If.
We are going into What If. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all the little stories we're going to get, all the fun that's going to come out of it. I'm excited to see if anything, is going to come from it to join the actual MCU.
Right.
I'm really hoping for Captain Britain, since Girl got screwed out of her show being in the MCU.
Agent Carter, yeah.
Which was a fantastic show.
It was.
All 2 seasons of it.
Yeah, I did it, and I like Agent Carter. Especially, the first season was, but second season, I'm cool with it. I mean, it was all right.
It wasn't as good as the first.
But no, first one, when they had Steve Rogers' blood, I said, damn, what? That was good.
I'm excited to see...
Chadwick Boseman, because he's only going to have 4 episodes.
Chadwick,
yeah.
Inclusions.
Right.
We
can hear Michael B. Jordan, even though he seems like he's gonna be doing this like Wakanda thing. So it's kind of like that. What if he was just picked up by Wakandans and all that? So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And of course Thor, he's just Chris Hemsworth. He's just like fuck it. I'm a
little bummed because like Chris Evans didn't come in and record anything.
Or Tom Holland.
Or Tony
Stark, but that's the point.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the guy that voices Tony Stark, though, does an excellent job of sounding almost just like him.
Right. Almost sounds like a upbeat version of him.
And I know, like, most of the characters that are being reprised, they are going to have their actual voices. It's just, there's a handful that aren't.
And I can't wait to see Howard Duck and that Zombie and Howard Duck, I'm like, when they showed that trailer of him, I'm like, Howard Duck gonna have his own little fucking thing. Let's go.
But yeah, so... Haley Atwell is the chick that plays.
Haley Atwell, yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't remember her name at the time.
And they said rumor that she's gonna have more than just this What If. Like they said they're gonna try to bring her into the live action, which I would
if
like
they do,
to
it's
see.
gonna have to be through Captain Britain.
It's through Captain Britain. I mean, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Could you imagine having a Captain Britain and America? Her and Sam working together.
Dude, That could be the fourth movie. Just like, I'm Captain Britain. Where are you from? The 1940s.
Could you imagine them throwing shields back and forth?
Right.
Bruh.
Just fighting people. And then they catch you. They like, I got your shield. You got my shield? Let's go.
Maybe one person eventually gets them both and they do that ear clap with the fucking shields.
Right to the
Anyways,
shield.
sorry.
We're geeking out right now because that's crazy. Because if she is coming, bro, that's going to be lit.
That'd be dope.
That'll be dope. I'm Captain Britain. Hell yeah. Give me more, bro. Because you fucked with her and you ruined it. I don't know why y'all did this, but it is what it is. It's Marvel. Fuck it. It's got to keep moving, man. At least we get her now for What If, so that's good at least.
Mrs. Carter.
That zombie shit's going to be crazy, bro. I can't wait to see how that whole...
That'll be the one episode one of our coworkers won't watch.
Yeah. We got a coworker that's just...
She doesn't do horror at all.
And she said she's not going to watch. I'm like... I think she said she wasn't... Or she might like watch it, but she might watch it with like friends. Like she said she has a fear of it. Like she told me... Like she had fear of it. I'm like,
horror movies mess her up, dude.
And that's crazy. I mean,
it's crazy to us because we've.
I mean, I jump in like but I'm like she said no. She has a fear.
He's kind of a bitch when it comes to.
I am a bitch with it, but I don't got fear of him. I tolerate him. I don't got fear.
I would disagree.
Whatever you disagree.
Bruh, you jumped.
Nah, hold on.
At a kid's video game.
That too, but nah, hold on. This man moves around like a fucking ghost. He moved one, and I thought he got this yesterday. I thought he left. Turn around. Oh, you're right next to me. I literally had a Scooby-Doo moment, like zoinks, and he just gonna laugh. I'm like, that's not funny. I was about to leave this shitty fucking warehouse.
That wasn't even my intention either.
No,
I just walked around.
Moved, but I thought you like went because normally you always go back to your desk. You literally went right here. I was like, bro. And then one time I was just stretching whatever, just looking outside catching air because it's hot in the warehouse. And I'm looking, I'm like, and I didn't even see you smoke. Now I'm like, bro, you just walk, and then you go do the little wave, like that little creepy ass wave from the back. Like, bro, don't do that.
And again, was not even trying.
No, you're just being you. Don't do that, man. Like that's weird, man. Like that's fucking.
It happens.
I would be
yeah.
They'd be like, where'd Ralph go? Bro, he dipped. He actually left the warehouse. Did he not get his book back and stuff? No, all I need is this. I don't need any of that in my... Like, I don't need it, bro. I'll come back tomorrow for it.
Now, so as we were saying, we get 13 episodes, weeks of What If. Those will be our episode focal points. I think we're only getting like 1 or 2 weeks off because they've already announced the date that Hawkeye starts.
Oh, they already did? Oh, okay, I didn't know. I thought it was towards like the end of November. I didn't know they actually announced it.
Okay, so...
I know Miss Marvel and they were both announced around...
Now, they haven't announced how many episodes there's going to be. I'm pretty sure there's only going to be 6, though. 6-hour-long episodes.
I'm still waiting for that Secret Invasion to drop, too, whenever we get that little trailer. So, but that's not the point. I don't know, probably later on.
I don't need a calculator, fuckers. So, calendar-wise, What If starts next week.
Yep, next week.
Technically this week, as of you guys watching this.
Right.
It runs for 13 weeks. And then as it stands, we get Shang-Chi.
Yeah, somehow.
Venom 2.
Yep.
Both while What If is going. What If will end October 13th. And we get 1, 2...
We should get a couple of weeks off before Eternals start. Like 4, maybe? No, 3?
3?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks for Eternals, and then we'll have an episode of Eternals, which we'll probably do that as a special, like we've been doing.
Right. And then we just go right
and then we have 2 more weeks, and then Hawkeye.
Right.
Hawkeye starts the 24th of November.
Right, okay. So, okay.
And then we'll probably run right until the end of November, or right to the end of December.
And go right. And if it stands... It should still be Spider-Man. It's the last thing that comes out of this year.
No.
Well,
Spider-Man will be the last movie.
Right.
But then there's 2 more episodes of Hawkeye after that.
Right.
Now, this is where things get fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how many things were supposed to come out, Marvel-wise, by the end of this year? Aside from movies. TV show-wise. What did they say? Hawkeye.
Miss Marvel.
And Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Yeah.
So where are they going to fit Miss Marvel in by the end of the year? If Hawkeye runs from
What, like in December?
from November 24th to December 29th.
Oh my god, they put like right on January?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're saying the Miss Marvel is still going to come out,
Right.
we might start running into having 2 shows going on at once.
Oh lord, that's gonna be interesting.
And then our episodes are going to be really weird.
Oh man, because they were, and then like the first Marvel movie of 2022 is Doctor Strange to the Multiverse. That's March. That's March 22nd. Oh god, Jesus man, there's so much shit. And then we still keep pulling from this shit too. This is going to be interesting. Just all Marvel. It's so much Marvel shit, dude. Like it's baffling.
Just think.
You gonna pull a fan force stick? I'm waiting.
If it wasn't for What If starting, we could be
I would
doing
say it'd be my turn, wouldn't it? But let's see what
the
you got.
1979 Captain America from Universal Pictures.
Oh God, that's the one where he had the plastic shield.
Yeah.
I did see clips of that. I hope we ever one they pulled that 1949 one.
The very first Marvel movie
you
ever
showed me
made.
that one, and I was like, "That was a Captain America movie." I said, "Yeah, that's the first Marvel ever made."
Yep.
Black and white.
But yeah, so we're gonna round it up there.
But overall, yeah.
What If's coming up? That's
Man,
the next 13 weeks, so that we get to torture you guys with our thoughts and opinions of things that
We're just gonna make some crazy
really
shit, because what predictions are we gonna have for this? This is nothing. There's no. Really,
No, there's no predictions going into this.
No, it's just straight up.
It's not going to be a week to week.
Right.
We're not going to have things to break down and theories to talk about as far as where things are going. We might talk about like how we could see this affecting something further down the line.
Right.
But we could also be completely wrong. In the last 10 minutes of every episode could just
this
be.
bro.
So you never know.
This could be like, yo, we failed. Like that's it. Like, all right, we failed miserably. We're just gonna watch the show and enjoy it.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end this here. We love y'all.
Guys.
Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace out, Jedi.
Excelsior.
Peace out, Nico. Deuces.